What? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome in general. If you like wholesome content where we primarily just like test a whole bunch of stuff, makeup, TikTok things, Instagram recommended, then you might like this channel, so subscribe. And today I'm very excited because we're going to be testing out some more makeup dupes. I saw how much you guys liked the last makeup dupes video that we did, and it's been so long since we've done this, so I'm really excited to like sit down and like do some more of these. So if you like makeup dupes as much as I like makeup dupes, make sure you give this video a thumbs up so I know, and I will continue to make them in the future because I always want to be making content that like I love to do, but also that you guys enjoy watching. That's kind of what we do here. And also, before I forget, because I will forget, if you see any other makeup dupes out there and you're like,
I wonder if that works or not,
leave them down below and I will buy them and we will test them in the next round. And now I have all the products, I bought them all myself, and now let's zoom in, put them on the face. I'm going to divide my face in half and we're going to do one side drugstore, one side high-end. I'm actually going to get Chris to see if he can tell the difference between the two. And then we're gonna do a full day wear test and we're gonna see what the two products are like in terms of longevity as well. So let us dive in. Okay, and I think we're gonna start with finishing off my eyes. Obviously on both sides I have the same eyeliner, which I will let Chris know so he's not looking at that. And I think we're gonna start with the lashes because then I can just finish my eye makeup look. And what specifically we're gonna be testing is a mascara base. We have a high-end side, we have a drug-end side. I haven't had enough coffee today. A drugstore side, and which side am I gonna do for each? Let's do drugstore on this side and high-end on this side. So I'm gonna set up two products again because I did this last time and I kept forgetting which side was which, but I had two products set up so that I could tell the difference between the two sides because, you know, I'm forgetful. Here we go. Not products I'm testing, but these are at least gonna tell me which side is which. Put them right there. So okay, mascara base. So you would typically use these either to nourish your lashes if they're really brittle and frail, or for something that's going to add a lot more volume to your lashes and you wear it underneath your regular mascara. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use the same mascara on both sides so we can really see if there is a difference between the two, because you know, makeup science. But first I am going to recurl my lashes because they just want to fall constantly. They're just the fallout boy of my makeup. So on the high-end side, we are going to be using the Lancome Seals Booster XL mascara base, and the dupe for this apparently is the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. Now obviously there is a very significant difference in terms of price, and I'll keep the prices up there so you guys can see the difference between them, and I'll also link all the products down below if you ever want to check those out and buy them yourself. But they're both supposed to be doing the exact same thing, which is adding a lot of volume, and I think the Essence one at least has vitamin E, it has acai oil, mango butter, a lot of nourishing elements too. Does the Lancome one have any of that? Nope, nothing nourishing in here. So let's look at the wand and also the consistency of the product, because I find oftentimes with these mascara bases, they're usually white. And oh, does this one have fluffies? Is it fluff? Maybe not. Maybe it is? I can't tell. Versus the Essence one is also white, but it's just goo. This one, I'm not convinced that it's not like a like adhesive, what's the word I'm looking for? When they add the extensions. They add the extensions to your lashes because they're feathers. Some feathery lashes. The consistency of the two looks a little bit different to me. But let's apply. Start with the drugstore side here. Whoa, got some white lashes right there. It's like snow on my lashes today. It's applying like a mascara. I don't know what else to say. Making my lashes look super gray. So that one is on. Now let us compare to the Lancome one. This one, all the product seems to be right at the base of the wand. Like it doesn't seem to be on the outer like spiralized bristles as much as it is on the core. So that's pretty interesting. And it's definitely not as white as the Essence side. So you can see the lashes don't look the same. Like the Essence side is definitely more of like a white color. So some difference there, but let's see what it looks like with a mascara on top. And today I'm going to use the Bite Beauty mascara because I A, really like the mascara, and B, I know what it looks like on the lashes, so I'll be able to see if it makes any difference with the lash primer underneath, but also I kind of know how it applies. Just gonna wait for these to dry a little bit. Otherwise, from experience, your lashes kind of turn a weird gray color. Okay, I think they're dry now. So let's start with drugstore. Oh, we're getting clumpy.
We're getting clumpy.
Okay, so there's one coat. Now the other side. Ooh. Oh, hold on. Also, in putting on mascara, I'm just realizing how gray my liner looks. So that is the Lancome side. This is the Essence side. Personally, I much prefer the Lancome side. The Essence side just looks really clumpy. It immediately dropped my lashes, which again, fairly normal, but like that was pretty instantaneous because I think that the product is just a lot heavier. So like honestly, I don't feel like that is a dupe. I'm gonna like recurl these lashes and we'll see what they look like and see if there is a like significant difference. But in terms of just like a first impression, that is very different to me. Am I gonna apply another coat of mascara though? Yes, I am. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit before I recurl. So now let's go on to the face. And we have a bunch of different like face products that I'm really excited about. So we are gonna start actually by priming the skin because the primer that I ordered didn't arrive in time. That's okay, we'll put it in the next one. I'm just using the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Primer because again, I know how it reacts to my skin. I know how it sits with a bunch of different foundations, so I'm gonna use that one. Actually, this is one that I tested in the last makeup dupes video. Yeah, by the way, you love how bright my nails are today. I figured I could have, you know, my love of summer on my nails, but also it's kind of a little maybe slightly orange-y. I mean, it's not, but like, can we pretend? So I thought that was kind of Halloween. Anyway, all right, let's dive in. So the foundation dupe that we have today is for the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. And the one that is supposed to be a fantastic dupe for this is by Catrice, and this is their True Skin Hydrating Foundation. Now, I haven't tried either of these before, so I'm really excited, kind of curious. I want to see how it's gonna wear like all day though as well. Because sometimes foundations look fantastic when you first apply them and you're like,
wow, this is life-changing.
and then the end of the day comes around and you're like,
oh, this is a dumpster fire.
full on garbage on my face. So I mean, let's hope that's not the case today. Hopefully they're both great, but we're gonna see if they're a dupe to start. So let us start with the Urban Decay side. So the Urban Decay foundation is supposed to give this like second skin-like effect to the skin. It's gonna be demi matte, it's waterproof, transfer resistant, it's supposed to minimize your pores, so it's not gonna look cakey at all on the skin. So I'm really excited to try this one. Put a little bit of my hand here, and now I'm gonna apply it with a sponge. It's a very liquidy in terms of the consistency. Oh wait, good thing I checked. That's the wrong side. This is why I have the products out. All right, so let's apply this to the correct side this time. Okay, so far it is blending out beautifully. Ooh, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Oh my gosh, my pores are gone. What? Oh my goodness, my skin looks phenom. I'm trying to like move these light slightly so it's like not as aggressively harsh right now. Do you guys see this? Like, this is the side with the Urban Decay and without. Like, look how shiny and poreful I am. Poreful. Versus this side, it just looks like my skin is super healthy, not greasy, but still it's got like a nice sheen to it. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. Catrice, see what you got, girl. Okay, so this one is also medium coverage, buildable, and gonna give that nice like second skin like effect to the skin. The biggest difference that I'm noticing is that it has a lot of ingredients in it that are supposed to be like really hydrating for the skin. It also doesn't make any claims for, like it says it's long wearing, but it doesn't say anything about transfer resistant, budge proof. There's no pore minimization in here either. So I feel like these are going to be a little bit different, especially by end of day. We might see a pretty significant difference there. So same thing as last time, we are going to use a different sponge and we are going to see what the consistency is like and what it looks like on the skin. So same sort of consistency, very watery, like a normal liquid foundation, I would say. Let's just pat this on. I think I did an okay job trying to shade match from a picture, but this one may be a little bit lighter. This smell is, I don't like it. It kind of smells like flowery medicine. It also seems to be giving that same sort of demi-matte type of look to the skin. Okay, this is also very pretty. Didn't even come a little bit close in terms of shade. It's okay, we'll even it out with bronzer, everyone. That's also really pretty. I know it didn't say anything, or at least I didn't see anything about pore minimization at all, but it really does like transform the pores. That's crazy. Okay, Catrice. Wow. We'll see once this dries down a little bit, because this one is fully like dry basically, but it does look really similar on the skin. So hopefully that's also the case in terms of longevity. But let's move on to blush. Actually, first I need to put on some concealer. These bags aren't gonna hide themselves. We'll do like a little check-in. How are you guys doing? Are you having a good week? Good October? Is anyone dressing up for Halloween? I don't know what the rules are where everyone's from. Oh, I do have a little update. Lo, so if you watched my last video, we did this huge declutter of Lo, who is my sister-in-law, Chris's eldest younger sister, and her husband, Brendan, and got them all ready because Lo was like, I think 35 weeks pregnant at the time. Anyway, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Mama and baby are doing really well, and I love being an auntie. I'm Auntie Shell, by the way. It's just when everyone else has a nickname, we have Auntie Lo, Auntie B, and Auntie Dibs. It's weird to be Auntie Rachel. I just feel like the disciplinarian of the aunties. Here comes Auntie Rachel. You know, put me in a corner again.
Not give me any Dunkaroos.
And I just can't have that kind of energy in my life, you know? I need to be a fun auntie. I need to be a fun auntie. Can't always be a fun mom, so you gotta put that energy somewhere. Okay, let's do like a little bronze, like a little bronziness. I don't want to put too much bronzer on. I'm instantly regretting my decision to put on bronzer. I'm just gonna put a little on here to match, and we'll move past it. Ooh, I should also like powder, shouldn't I? I should, especially underneath the eyeballs. I'm running really low on my Elizabeth Arden powder, which is my absolute favorite, and I'm really scared because apparently the reformulation isn't very good. I'm so nervous. Elizabeth Arden, if you're watching this for some weird reason, change it back, please. Oh, missed a spot right under my brow. Ah, on top, you know, whatever. I will give it to Urban Decay. They weren't kidding. Once it's on, it isn't seeming to budge. I was trying to use like a sponge to, you know, move the product in and like make it blend, and the product was like, no, nope. Not today, not gonna happen. Blush time. So the blush we have a dupe for today is a viral blush that was all over the internet, maybe a month or two ago. It was sold out everywhere. Is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blush, and this is in the shade 01 Pink. I also have the coral one, which is also really pretty. This is the blush right here. You can see it is like a blinding pink shade, and this has a dupe from Essence, which is supposed to be super, super similar, and that is the Mosaic blush. Now, from first glance, looking at it, and I picked the shade The Berry Connection, which is the shade that people have been saying is the dupe for it. They don't look super alike. I can certainly see like undertones between the two being very similar, but this one obviously has a lot more peach, kind of peachy elements in it. So let's see what it looks like. Starting with the high-end side. Not as bright as I was expecting it to be. Like, are you seeing anything? Whew, it is potent, very normal Dior kind of scenty vibe going on. The shade is pretty. It's not as, I don't understand. Like the shade right there, look how like white pink that is, but it's not going on the skin that way. I don't, like, did I have stuff on my brush? Let me try and get like a fresh brush, hang on. Okay, got a fresh brush, nothing on this guy. Okay, now I see. She pink. It's definitely more subdued once you put it on top of skin. And it doesn't look as like intensely pink as I was expecting it to be. So maybe that's why they look so similar, because this one has more of that peachy element to it. So again, fresh brush. I'm gonna swirl in that. Let's see how similar these are. I feel like the Essence side is more like cool tone pink, but now I'm wondering if I had anything on this brush. So this is the Dior one, and then this is the Essence one. So they're not identical in terms of just like swatching them. The Dior one is definitely lighter, and the Berry one has like a deeper tone to it. So I don't think they're dupes necessarily. They're kind of similar, but not exactly. I don't personally think that's a dupe. But now let's go into highlight. And there is a dupe for a really popular highlight that's been going around TikTok and Instagram and things like that. And that is the Giorgio Armani A Light Professional Liquid Face Highlighter. This is the shade 10. and it looks like so. I like a lot of the Armani face products. I think they're really pretty and they look really nice on the skin. Like I've been using a lot of their like concealers and stuff recently, but let's see. So this is shade 10. Oh, you can barely see it on my hand there. It's got almost a beige type look to it, and it looks almost like, oh, my skin's kind of wet and dewy, you know, versus like a sparkly highlighter. So let's put that on. Oh my gosh, it's so subtle. Wow. Do I have to do like a full on, like a swoop, you know? I just feel like I put concealer on, but like mildly shiny. I think this would be a good one for like an everyday kind of a look. I'll put some under my brows. But it looks really weird with the amount of blush that I have on right now. It just looks like I carved it out. Okay, let's fix this. Okay, I've kind of fixed it. So annoyed. But okay, the dupe now. And the dupe is a product that I tested years ago, and this is from Wet n Wild. It is the Hello Halo Liquid Highlight. Now, for the most part, I did have really good things to say about this highlighter. I found it to be easy to apply. It was super blinding, which was definitely the trend when this launched to market. But there were a couple of them that I found to be more on the sparkly side once you had applied it and let it kind of blend out on the skin, which I didn't love as much. But I don't remember which one it was, so we're just gonna wing it. Oh my gosh, that looks terrible. Sorry, keep getting distracted. So this is the highlight here. It is the shade Gilded Glow, which to me is the most similar in terms of undertone, but you can see here it is way more blinding. So we're gonna use a little bit, just a little tiny bit on the skin. See, you can make it like a subtle version. So that is it there, sort of very, very lightly blended on the skin. It's really pretty. I would say it's not at all like this one. I'm still like a dog with a chew toy. I just won't let go. Really, internet? You think these are the same? Just because they have the same undertone doesn't make them dupes, necessarily. Sometimes I guess they are. The Wet n Wild one is definitely more on the blinding side than the Giorgio Armani one. Even the undertone, like, is not similar. This one is the Giorgio Armani one. It's definitely more like a milky beige versus Gilded Glow. Almost looks pink in comparison. That is wild. Wild. TikTok, why are you failing me today? Yeah, no, not even close. I guess it depends on like what kind of a highlight you like. If you want a more subtle highlight versus a more, you know, dramatic one. But yeah, no. But now I want to go on to lipstick, and this thing blew up online. And it's the Rouge Dior Couture Color Lipstick in 999, and it's this beautiful red color. That's supposed to be amazing. And then my girl Glamzilla on Instagram, also on TikTok, but I was following her along on Instagram in particular this time, and she came up with a beautiful dupe. Like, I honestly could not tell the difference. So I want to test it myself because I got really excited. Ooh, look at this. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. I don't even want to apply it. It's this is what the lipstick looks like. You can see there is no shine there. It looks velvety. And we are going to compare it to one by Maybelline. And this is the matte lipstick in the shade Red for Me. And this is the lipstick right here. Definitely doesn't have that same sort of matte, like velvety kind of a look to it, but the undertones do look quite similar. I'd say the Dior one, just again, looking at the package, that's it, looks a hair more orange toned, but I'm excited to put it on the lips. So let's start with the Dior side. Oh my gosh, it's like butter. Oh my gosh, that's such, I mean, it looks really weird, but like the shade is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Wow. Wow. Okay, so before I go in, like clean this all up, let's apply the Maybelline one. And then we have two new setting sprays that I've never used before and are like super highly rated. I'm very excited. All right, Maybelline, let's do this. Wow, that is so smooth in terms of application. Okay, now that they're both on, first of all, they're both beautiful. So, okay, I have some thoughts. I will say that the Maybelline side is a hair more like a cherry, cooler undertone versus the Dior one has more of a warmer tone to it. But in terms of formula, I would say that they are very, very similar. And now that I look at it, now I'm looking at it and now I don't even notice a difference. It's so subtle, I can't really tell. So you know what? I am going to say that yes, I think this is a really good dupe, because if I wasn't looking closely, I wouldn't really notice. But maybe that's just me. Let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, now setting spray. So these are 2 setting sprays that I have never tried before, but I'm very excited because the first one is by Urban Decay. It is their All-Nighter Ultra Glow. So their All-Nighter is obviously their classic. Everyone's obsessed with it, everyone loves it, but I've never tried the glowy one, so I'm kind of excited about that. And I'm gonna need like a book or, oh, here we go. I was gonna say I need like a book or something to separate my face. But I have this nice little pamphlet thing from e.l.f. So that works, thank you e.l.f. So we'll use this to kind of separate the face so the sprays don't cross-contaminate, you know. This is going to boost makeup vibrancy. It's a temperature control technology, ultra glowy finish, and it's just gonna keep everything from cracking and fading throughout the day. So it says hold it 8 to 10 inches away from the face, shake really well, and then cover 2 to 4 times in an X and T formation until face is fully covered. Okay, got it. You know, like a normal setting spray, Rachel. Okay, covering half of my face here. See the spray, by the way. Woo, beautiful spray. Expect nothing less of Urban Decay. All right. Think we're covered. A little bit splotchy. Oh no, we're fine. I thought it was splotchy, but it wasn't. It was just like a pimple emerging. We're good. And then on the other side, the dupe is by, oh, this is actually by e.l.f. Entirely forgot. This is the Dewy Coconut Setting Spray. And again, this one is supposed to give you that nice dewy fresh feel. It's supposed to help your makeup to stay on longer, all those fun things. So I am curious because e.l.f., for me at least, has been notoriously up and down about their nozzles. Sometimes it's beautiful and you're just like,
this is perfection. It doesn't get better than this.
And then sometimes they surprise you and the spray is like a garden hose. What's it gonna be today? I don't know. Let's find out. I'm gonna give this a good shake as well. And then we're gonna see the spray. First, I'm gonna move my coffee though. Let's see, what's the spray like? That looked good. That looked like normal. All right, let's try it. A little garden hosey. Ooh, coconutty though. All right, let's see what that looks like. Ooh, it's a little, I may have applied a little too much on my face. My bad. Let's blend that out with the sponge. That's a nice thing about setting sprays, actually. That's something I do sometimes is if I apply too much and I'm noticing like spots, like speckles on my skin, it's really easy to blend it out for the most part with just like a damp beauty blender. I'm just like, you know? Okay, so there we have it. These are the 2 sides. What do we think? First impression, do you have a preference on which side that you like better? Let me know in the comments which side you like better now and which side you predict is gonna be the best. End of day. I'm very curious to know which one you guys are gonna like better. But now let's go and see if Chris can tell the difference between the 2 sides. Okay, so I'm downstairs. You can see what it looks like in natural light, but I have Chris here. Chris, can you tell the difference? One side is high-end and one side is drugstore. Also, not everything is, so I should explain.
Your brows look different.
My brows are supposed to be the same.
They're not.
Oh. Okay.
Including lips?
No, lips are different.
Skin looks better on that side.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell a difference in the lipstick.
I'm silly, you got this, girl.
Your brows look better on this side.
Stop telling him about my brows. Your brows look better on that side.
I can't tell much of a difference in the blush. This one is a little pinkier, that one's a little more peach.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to take a guess which side is which?
I'm gonna say this is the high-end side.
You are correct. What gave it away for you?
Really just on the basis of the foundation.
Just because the foundation looked better and therefore it must be high end.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds factual and logical to me. All right, well, Chris got it. Well done, Christopher. Okay, so I'm gonna go about the rest of my day. We're gonna see how everything wears. Oh, almost stepped on a kid's toy. We're gonna see how this all wears. Probably not the lipstick. The lipstick it's going to come off because I'm gonna eat lunch now. But everything else, let's see. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, it is now the end of the day. Do you love how my hair is now no longer curly? Oh, straight hair facts. So I turned on my studio lights to kind of see what it looks like, kind of the same back and forth because obviously it's like pitch black outside. And I wanted to show you guys close up on what the makeup is looking like on both sides and we can discuss. And obviously these lights are a lot harsher than in like daylight, for example. I find that any of these like soft boxes and stuff, it's just like they show like
everything.
which is kind of what you want when you're like testing makeup, you know? So the first thing that I noticed was the skin, and the difference between this side and this side to me is a huge difference. Like end of day, the Urban Decay side still looks like absolutely flawless. My skin looks really good. I don't see a lot of like, you know, enhanced pores. I don't see the makeup like breaking up at all. But on this side, you can see, especially like around here, over here, it's starting to like break up. The makeup's like breaking up. It looks a little, I don't know, just like it just looks a little heavy. It looks a little cakey. And the mascara as well. Like I'm wearing the exact same mascara on both sides, but these lashes are falling after I had already recurled them. So I feel like the Essence one is good if you have really brittle, really dry lashes and you're looking for something that's gonna give them a lot of like nutrients, you know, or maybe you don't have lashes that don't like fall flat like mine do. So for me, the Lancome one wins because my lashes are still curled and they look great. So this is really interesting because I feel like the high-end side like really came through today. Really, it was just the lipsticks. The lipsticks look the exact same. They wore the exact same throughout the day. Like those were really, really similar. But honestly, I have to hand it to the high-end side. They really like I'm pretty impressed. So let me know in the comments what you think. Do you like the drugstore side better? Do you like the high-end side better? Let me know in the comments if you come across any other dupes that you want me to buy and test out, and make sure you subscribe. New videos here every single Thursday. I hope you guys are having a fantastic, fantastic week, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you all. Mwah.